Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing another Walking Dead video for today. In this one, we'll start things off giving our thoughts on the Walking Dead Season 10 finale, having the Walking Dead's lowest ratings to date. Alright, now I'll put the link in the description so you guys can go ahead and check this out from comicbook.com, where they've got the information about the Walking Dead Season 10 finale. So, got the news about probably 2 days ago or so for the ratings for the Walking Dead's finale episode. And, I mean, it's much what I think we probably expected. I mean, they have announced at this point the end of the series, so we're marching towards that. We've got a couple years left for Walking Dead. I think on AMC Premiere now, they'll probably have the second episode for World Beyond if they're doing AMC Premiere early releases for that. And then also for Fear of the Walking Dead Season 6's premiere. So I'll have reviews for those two coming for you guys soon. And some people asked me also to check out Utopia and do a review for that. So I might do that as well. And this weekend we'll do the usual weekly live streams. I think I'm going to keep doing those just like week to week. So it's Sunday nights, about 9 o'clock p.m. or 10 p.m. when Walking Dead is on, or Fear, I guess, is on. We'll do it right after. And I kind of want to do those kind of religiously going forward for Sunday nights with the channel going forward, because they're a lot of fun. I like hanging out with you guys and doing that. So this episode, The Walking Dead Season 10, Episode 16, A Certain Doom, got 2.73 million U.S. viewers. So that is actually the lowest rated episode The Walking Dead has ever had in terms of viewership. But it doesn't account AMC Premiere, which could have been more, so we don't know for that so far as I know. That's not included in the numbers for this episode. So there were a lot of people chomping at the bit to see the episode, so maybe there was a good number of people who signed up for Premiere and watched it early. I don't know. Those numbers are not available online or anything, but it doesn't really surprise me that it's the lowest viewed episode on premiere night The Walking Dead has ever had. I mean, it was cooked up for a while because we had to wait, but I feel like because of COVID and everything else that's been happening this year, it just is kind of one of those things that just got pushed out of people's minds. By the time the finale was actually ready to air, and it actually did air, it was just that I think everybody was just disconnected at that point. I mean, I think I let a good number of viewers know here through YouTube and through the channel that the premiere was going to be that night. But there were still a few people that day when we did kind of the hangout prior to it. They were like, "Oh, it's on tonight," like they didn't know, because they, it's just like, you just get out of the loop with stuff. You just get out of it after it's been that long, 6 months of no new episodes and that long of a shutdown, and not just Walking Dead, but the whole entertainment industry, Hollywood, the movies, other series. The list for canceled series this year is going to be really long, because there are going to be so many series that are canceled because of COVID and everything. It just makes it even more difficult for everybody to do their stuff. So I don't think this speaks to the quality of the episode or anything. Most of us like the episode. There were a few people that said that they didn't. They were kind of let down by it, but we did have to wait a long time for it, and we have to remember it's just a regular episode that they had filmed just like any other episode, I guess, kind of a finale episode for a season. So that's what it is. There's the info on that. 2.73 million U.S. viewers, and I'm sure they'll be able to finish the series. I guess it doesn't really matter too much at this point, because the end date is already set. But we'll see how many people watch World Beyond. We'll see how many people watch Fear, and that could affect Fear's longevity if it doesn't have a good amount of viewers, going into the next few years. But I expect them to kind of come back over time, and it just being like, this is how it is because of the shutdown just beforehand. Gabe Ginorio said, New Mexico, is this Breaking Daryl? They go to New Mexico in a mobile home and start producing a powerful drug, right? So for the information that the Daryl Carroll spinoff will be them most likely kind of an adventure series going on the road, going to New Mexico. And that is true. I do think that's kind of fun that was kind of where you had Breaking Bad And it'll be cool to see what the Walking Dead universe looks like in New Mexico if they actually make it there, which I assume at some point they will. Be kind of cool to see that. There was always kind of that crossover fan theory that, Walter White started the zombie apocalypse with his Breaking Bad crystal blue persuasion. So it's cool. So we'll see that. And, at least there's something after Walking Dead. At least they're going to do something and at least give it a try. And we'll see if it works. It's always a good question. Like, will people want to watch a series about the end of the world during the actual end of the world? Maybe not. Maiden Wool, it's not. It's not the end of the world at all, guys, or anything like that. Maiden Wool said, "Sorry, Trev. It's time to admit that Fear the Walking Dead sucks." So she's not a fan of Fear. Well, we'll see. The stuff with Morgan this season looks pretty good, so I'm excited to see that. Aside from that, we'll see how well it turns out and what it looks like. At least we have something to watch until those other Walking Dead episodes are done, those additional 6. And we'll see when they get the second, half of that season of season 6 done for Fear. I will predict, I think, during the summertime probably, like late spring to summer, something like that. So we'll see. But again, we'll see how many people want to watch it. Because if Walking Dead has lost that many viewers, then I would expect Fear to have also lost just as many viewers, if not maybe more. But we'll see. It did have a good cliffhanger moment for Morgan that people would want to come back to see afterwards. So Samsquamsh said, Q&A, any theories on why the CRM with Elizabeth slaughtered the whole town at the end of World Beyond? Did they kill all 9,000 plus people? So that was our impression from watching the episode. Could we be wrong about that? Maybe we'll find out in the second episode here or going further. If all 10,000 or so, I think they said almost 10,000. If all 9,000 plus or 10,000 are all dead. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's exactly what happened or if they just showed a snapshot of that. I thought that was what they were showing with Elizabeth, is that she had basically cleaned house. And why did they do that? Well, the theories aren't really necessary. It's really just as simple as, she probably felt like the group was not useful. The youth that they had were too rebellious, like Hope and Iris and the others. And she probably felt like that was a representation of the community and that the community was no longer useful to the CRM because they were losing control of it. In reality, what she probably should have done, even from a villain kind of standpoint, is regime change it. Put somebody else in charge of it, change it out, take the defectors and kind of ban them or something like that, rather than killing absolutely everybody. But I guess for her, she just decided, clean slate, let's wipe them all out. And because we don't want, it seems like they're turning against us, and so it'd be safer to clear them out. But that's almost 10,000 people. So we'll see how many people the CRM has. If they have 100,000 plus, then maybe it makes sense just to clear them out, and that's kind of what they did. So we'll see. We don't know how many people they have. We don't know what their numbers look like. But if it's more than 100,000 and you have 10,000 over here that's a bad apple, then maybe they just decided to put that down before that could potentially spread from those people into others and then result in mutiny or something like that. So that's what they decided to do. We get the sense the CRM are not good people, but it kind of also feels like they're sort of the remnants or what's left of certain factions of the U.S. military in the Walking Dead world 10 years after the zombie apocalypse started. Travis Bell says, why not Canada for Daryl and Carol? What's the Walking Dead got against Canada? Well, first of all, it's kind of cold here. So it's not the nicest place to go and live. You could do, if you want to, I guess, hockey stick in hand and the whole bit. But I just don't know if it makes sense for a TV series. You probably want to go someplace warm, but I guess you could do. At least it'd be good against the walkers, right? Because then they'd all freeze up and break apart and everything. Janie had said, "Could we talk about QAnon? It's now banned on Facebook, and I would like to understand exactly what's happening." So maybe this weekend we can do more. This one's a Walking Dead video, but we can do a little bit more, give our thoughts on QAnon being banned on Facebook. But my understanding is with the big tech companies, they're basically banning and stopping anything that is pro-T, So If you do stuff that's pro-Biden, then you're allowed. But if you do stuff that's pro-Trump in any way, shape, or form, even if it's indirectly pro-Trump, they will still ban it, or they'll try to find a way to get rid of it. It's really crazy what they're doing, because it's actually, even if you don't like Trump, and I know a lot of my viewers don't like Trump, and that's totally fine. It's no problem. If you don't, you don't. That's cool. But you have to see that that is meddling. That is election meddling. That is election gearing or tampering, in my opinion. You should have it be fair. You should allow both sides to have a voice. And I guess they felt that they're not going to do that. They're going to clear house. So QAnon is still, just because they're banned on Facebook, they're not gone. But they are an extremely pro-Trump group. And so, as a result of that, it's really no surprise as to why Facebook banned it. Now, they may have had some kind of reasons where they can cling to and try to stand some kind of moral or ethical ground. Like maybe they'll say the group was getting out of line or something. I'll do some research before Sunday's video about that for you, JD. But really, they're going to look for an excuse to ban them because they just don't want them on there. And that's happening with all the big tech companies 100%. Suz Mordsith said, isn't that how Negan ran things, though? He had the elite with him, and everyone else was lower class. So about the Commonwealth and having a big separation between upper class and lower class. I didn't get the sense that Negan and the Saviors were like an elitist type group or anything like that. Biker type gear and that whole thing. So they might have had somewhat to do, like Negan had multiple wives and stuff like that, which that's very dangerous. That's not good to do. So that can cause groups or societies to tumble right there. Just even doing that by itself. But I never got the sense that Negan was like an elitist like that in that type of a way. But it's sort of like how kings start off or how governments start off. I mean, first it starts out like in with them kind of going around getting everyone to pay up to them for protection or what have you, like a protection racket. And really, I mean, that just gets bigger and bigger and bigger until eventually it becomes like a country or a government, really. In a lot of ways. So it's like a kingdom, and then modern day society we have is even more advanced than that. But really, that's kind of like where it all starts from, right? It's like you go around, demand taxes, you go around, demand people work for you, or you go to the farmers and you force them to give you some, like a small cut or portion for protection, and then other kingdoms do something similar, and eventually you bang up against each other and have wars and then consolidate, and then the process kind of continues until you have like Britain, or you have whole countries and things like this. So that's kind of just how it goes, right? I mean, but I wouldn't say that Negan was particularly too bad to people in general. I mean, I don't think he was. Stephen Royal says, Angela Kang confirmed that the one who's helping Maggie is not Mercer. So that's confirmed. It sounds like, according to Stephen Royal, that's not Mercer in the outfit with the commas from the comics. That'll be probably a new character to support Maggie. Peter Francis says, so you're not doing a video prediction for World Beyond Episode 2? No, I'm not. I'm not doing a World Beyond Episode 2 prediction now. No. I'm not going to do that. I don't even know if I'm going to do that for Fear the Walking Dead this year. I'll probably do reviews for each. I don't know if I'm going to be doing video predictions for those. Maybe I could do a combined one for each or something. I don't know. We'll see. I'm just kind of doing whatever I think makes sense and whatever feels right? So Joyce Andrews says, I'm with you, Trev. Can never get enough Walking Dead. Love the episode. So for the finale episode. And then we got Gilly, who said, so nice to see Trev doing a Walking Dead review again. I'm going to cherish these until the very end. So thank you, Gilly. And Dr. Hydration said Beta's death is a 0 out of 10. So he did not like the Beta death at all, and he didn't like the kill. Coma Drugs said maybe Elizabeth's whole reason for going to the community in the first place was to clear the place out. And it could be, for other reasons maybe that we're unaware of, but I just got the sense that because she felt like it was going rogue or it was turning on the rest of the CRM, that she just decided it would be better to just clear them out. What says, anyone else think they're setting up Morgan to be a daywalker? So I think you might be right with that. Like he might be kind of like what's happened to him and the whole thing. maybe he's going to be able to walk amongst the dead, and he's going to be in such bad shape, such rough shape, that they'll think he's a zombie like them or something. Like they won't go after him. They'll see his red eyes and everything, and they'll think that that's kind of a cool angle, right? If Morgan could do that. And then no matter what zombies were around or anything, they just would never attack. Like he's like immune now because he's all banged up and everything. Like he's in such bad shape, and he just looks exactly like one that they won't even attack him no matter what. Like he just walks around and it's no big deal. They just leave him alone. That'd be a cool kind of superpower to sort of have, right? The zombies no longer give you a tough time because you got the red eyes and everything and all the scruff and all that. So sort of like a permanent guts effect. Joey Bobby says, I can't believe we're here already. So it was weird, right, to actually see the episode air. I still feel that way after because it was so long to have to wait for it. And then when it finally hit and it was finally there, it's like, wow, man, all this time and now it's finally here. And, some people weren't satisfied because it was such a long wait. But I was happy with it. I thought it was good. And it's just that, man, that was the longest wait for Walking Dead probably ever. I hope we don't have to wait that long for another episode. I don't think we'll have to, but we'll see. Jennifer Powers says, Trev, love your take on Walking Dead. Always spot on. Can't wait for more episodes. Absolutely. And I hope that, too, for World Beyond, maybe it gets a little bit better, and some of you guys want to, weekly review that, discuss that. And I hope that also for Fear the Walking Dead, you want to watch and do some reviews for at least a few episodes. So Ash Williams has said, it established the story very well in World Beyond, but what I want to know is, did they really kill all 9,000 people or what? I think so. I think that she did. But maybe we'll see in the second episode if that's wrong. But that was my impression. And then Meat had said, didn't Iris get scratched by that walker? Because after that, even she has a bandage on her head. Yeah, I think she did get scratched by a walker there, Meat. But our understanding is that scratches don't make you turn, right? So that doesn't do it. It has to be a bite, so far as I know. And then Chris had said, we'll do a couple more. It was like watching an episode of The OC at times for World Beyond's premiere. I got 20 minutes in, jumped forward 10 minutes, and was in yet another bit of boring, teenage-oriented dialogue, so I bailed out. So I've not watched it at all, or all of it. In the first 15 minutes, there are several absolutely cringeworthy moments that just made it feel very juvenile. I have zero interest in a show like this. Well, Chris, watch the last 10 minutes of World Beyond if you can. Try to watch the last 10 minutes of the episode. See if that gets you back into it. And if not, or well, maybe it doesn't get you back into it, but gets you into it to start with. And if not, then maybe just watch the recaps and so you can get the info that we go over. And then last one from Dan's Reviews says, so this was a fantastic finale. I don't care what anyone says. It seemed like so many people here hated the finale. I give it a 10 out of 10. It had great music, awesome action, and some great scenes that we've been waiting for a while to see. I'm definitely satisfied with this finale. Yeah, me too, Dan. Absolutely. Okay, so that'll be it for today's video, guys. I'll be back again soon. Going to watch those couple episodes coming up, Fear and World Beyond, and then I'll have reviews for that pretty soon for you guys. So that'll be it for this video. Leave your comments below. Thanks for watching. As always, guys, thumb the video up, share, favorite, and subscribe at the bottom left if you're new. That's it for this one. I'll see you guys again soon for another video. As always, this is Trev, and I'm saying peace later, guys. I'll see you soon.